Hey, I have a quick question for you. Have you ever heard of the fallacy?
Yes. It's the logical fallacy that assumes someone's whole point is incorrect because they used a logical fallacy.
Okay. I think that I've been struggling with the fallacy. I have been working really hard to avoid logical fallacies. But I still make mistakes. When I do, people dismiss my whole point without additional discussion, even when I clarify and make the point again without using a fallacy. It is just frustrating.
I am sorry to hear that. You know that the strength of an advocate is not necessarily a reflection of the quality of the argument. Just because someone makes a mistake in their argument doesn't mean that their point is invalid.
I definitely need to remember that. Do you have any examples of when you've seen the fallacy happen?
Sure, I remember a meeting where someone was arguing that we should invest in a new software program. They argued that would save us time and money in the long run. But someone dismissed their argument just because they used a straw person fallacy earlier in the discussion. It was frustrating because the point they were making was still valid. We certainly want to try to avoid making fallacies, but we also should not reject claims on the basis of the fallacy alone. We just need to explore if there is other evidence or reasoning to support the point being made.
I see what you mean. So, how can we avoid falling into the fallacy ourselves?
One way is to focus on the substance of the argument rather than the advocate's ability. Look for the underlying message and evaluate it on its own merits. Try to develop the best possible case for the point and assess the strongest version of the argument. Remember, the point of the argument is not to win, but to come to a better understanding of the issue.
Thanks for the advice. I'll keep that in mind.
No problem. Remember, a logical fallacy doesn't necessarily mean that the argument is wrong. It just means that the argument needs to be evaluated more critically.